Hi everyone, and welcome back to the ParleAfrica channel. My name is Paul King, and here we make learning languages, especially French, simple, practical, and fun. In today's video, I'll be walking you through speaking French in the next 10 minutes. If you've always wanted to learn French, but you didn't know where to begin, you are in the right place. One thing I want you to remember is this: you don't need thousands of words to start speaking French. In fact, after today's lesson, you will already be able to have your very first conversation in French. You should be able to greet someone in French, say your name, ask someone how they are, respond confidently, and also say goodbye politely. So let's get started. The number one on the list is saying hello. Now, the most common greeting in French is bonjour. Bonjour. Bonjour means hello or good morning or good day. But literally, it means good day because bonjour is from the word bon and jour. Bon means good and jour means day. So that's one. Another word is the word bonsoir. Bonsoir. Bonsoir means good evening. So you use this word after sunset or in the evening. Now, the next thing you can also use is salut. Salut means hi. So it's very informal and it's best used when you're speaking with your friends or your peers, your classmates, or people that are around your age brackets. So that's about it for greetings. Let's talk about another thing. How would you ask someone how they are or how they are doing? The most common question to ask is to say comment ça va, which means how are you? But literally, comment ça va actually means how is it going, or is it going? Actually, how is it going? Because comment means how, ça va means ça in the word ça va means it or that, and va is a conjugated form of the verb aller, which means to go. So comment ça va actually means how is it going, but it's used to refer to a greeting. So you say how are you? How are you doing? That's what it means. And if you were to respond, you will say ça va bien, which means I am fine. It literally means it is going well. You could also say très bien, which means very well. You could also say pas mal, which means not bad. But you will hear a lot of French speakers say ça va. So you could ask a question, comment ça va, and the person says ça va. In fact, you could even hear ça va. They will remove the comment entirely, ça va, and you could respond with ça va. Now, one thing to note is that in French, sometimes the intonation is what determines whether it's a question or a statement. So if I say ça va, it's like me saying, is it going? And then you could respond by saying, oui, ça va, which means yes, it is going. So that's that about asking people how they are doing. Now let's move to the next thing, which is to how to say thank you. How do you say thank you in French? The most common expression is to say merci. Merci. Merci means thank you or thanks. If you want to be more appreciative, you could say merci beaucoup, which means thank you very much or thanks a lot. Now, before I move on, let's quickly talk about being polite, because the French language is very respectful and French people appreciate politeness. So these are some expressions you should always remember. Number one, s'il vous plaît. S'il vous plaît means please. So you use this when you are asking for something politely. Another one is excusez-moi, which means excuse me. So you use this when you are trying to get someone's attention, or maybe you are passing through a crowd. You could say excusez-moi. Excusez-moi, madame. Excuse me, madame. Excusez-moi, monsieur. Excuse me, sir. All right. The next one is the word pardon. Pardon. Pardon means sorry in English. So you could use this maybe, for example, you accidentally bump into someone or you made a small mistake. You could say pardon. All right, that's that. Let's move to the next thing, which is introducing yourself. If you want to introduce yourself or you want to tell someone your name, you will simply say, Je m'appelle, whatsoever your name is. So my name is Paul, so I would say something like, Je m'appelle Paul. Je m'appelle actually means, in the literal sense, I call myself Paul. That's a very funny way you find French people speak. Je m'appelle Paul means I call myself Paul, which implies my name is Paul. So you could replace that with your name. Je m'appelle, whatever your name is. That's how to introduce yourself. Now, usually when you introduce yourself, most of the times, the next thing you would say is nice to meet you. Nice to meet you in French is the word enchanté, which literally means to be delighted. So it's like saying I'm delighted to meet you, something like that. If you're male, you say enchanté. If you're female, it sounds the same, enchanté, but the spellings are quite different. If you're female, you add an extra e, but it sounds the same. So that's how to say nice to meet you. Now let's move to the next one that is also very common, is saying goodbye. How would you say goodbye in French? Let's say you're in a gathering and you're about to leave, you would say au revoir. Au revoir. Although if you hear the native speakers talk, you will hear something like au revoir. The RA in the middle somehow looks very silent or stringed. So au revoir means goodbye. Or you could say à bientôt, which means see you soon. Now, I'll round up with some very useful expressions, because as a learner, sometimes you will understand what people are saying and sometimes you don't understand. Here are two expressions that you would use very often. The first one is je comprends. Je comprends. Je comprends means I understand. The second one is just the opposite. Je ne comprends pas, which means I don't understand. Je comprends, I understand. Je ne comprends pas, I don't understand. Don't worry, you will say this often at the beginning. Every French speaker started exactly where you are today. So let's put everything together. I am going to have a brief conversation with myself just to demonstrate this. So I'll start. Bonjour, comment ça va? And then I'll respond. Ça va bien, merci. Et toi? Et toi means and you. Then I can also respond by saying très bien. Je m'appelle Paul. Then the other person can respond enchanté. Je m'appelle John. Over. And then the other person could respond à bientôt. C'est parti. Félicitations. You just had your very first conversation in French. Remember, language learning is not about being perfect. It's about making progress every day. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with somebody who wants to learn French. Additionally, I want you to drop in the comments which word or phrase took you by surprise. Merci beaucoup, and I'll see you in the next one. À très vite.